Matty Graham here from Exponential Performance Coaching. Welcome back to another Whiteboard Wednesday. Now last week we talked all things power to weight ratio, what those numbers mean in the real world. Today I want to tell you how you can improve your power to weight ratio. Let's take a look. Power to weight ratio. Last week we had a look at the theory behind power to weight ratio and how those numbers stack up in the real world. If you didn't catch that video, I'll chuck a link up here. Make sure you go back and have a look at that. There's a lot of useful information around that concept. Today, as promised, we're looking at how to improve your power to weight ratio and therefore that overall gold climbing ability that everybody is after. So you can either look at focusing on the power aspect or the weight aspect when you want to look at the power to weight ratio as a whole. Today I want to cover both of those and have a look inside. So let's first of all take a look at the weight aspect. This is often where people first jump to when they think about power to weight ratio, think about losing a few kgs or looking at buying the latest carbon component to their bike to make it a couple of 100 grams lighter. Losing weight, while some people have got a lot of extra weight they can lose, a lot of competitive cyclists or even semi-competitive, it's quite limited the amount that you can lose, okay? So while it is limited, there are some good performance gains to be had. So if you are carrying an extra tyre or extra few tyres around the waist, then that'd be a good place to start losing that, rather than going down the shop and cracking out the wallet to buy, you know, the latest and greatest components. However, if you already are lean and try and lose more weight, your performance can be decreased, okay? It can have a big impact on that performance, especially if you're in a competitive racing phase or getting close to that peak event. If you're in those phases of training, usually it's quite high intensity training, getting ready for the race, your body needs to be in an anabolic state. That means it needs to be channeling all that energy into repair, recovery and improvement. If you're in a negative energy balance, like you need to be to lose weight, then your body is in a catabolic state, it's breaking down, and then your body isn't able to repair and improve its performance. So often you'll see athletes starting to lose performance as their weight decreases again. So if you're looking at losing a few kgs, this needs to be done during the off season, during winter, where you can sacrifice a little bit of energy, sacrifice into that negative energy balance to shed a few kgs. So if you're coming up to a key race, now is not the time to start losing weight. If you are focused on losing that weight, rather than focusing on the numbers themselves, which can get quite obsessive and athletes can sort of go off on that wrong tangent and get obsessed with weight, focus on your training. Training leads back to weight loss as well. So let's come and have a look over here at training now that we're on that topic. You can get a massive change in your power to weight ratio by increasing your power numbers. Okay, so one of the ways that you're going to improve your climbing the most is through training. And like I just said, if you train more, you train smart, you're going to lose weight as well. So focusing on this area will take care of this area in some respects. And I want to leave you with one key session, and that is doing some sustained climbing repeats. And these climbing repeats are around about 8 to 12 minutes on a moderately graded climb, and you want to do them at your functional threshold power or that functional threshold heart rate, depending on what measurement device you're using. You want to crack around about 3 to 5 of these. So the takeaway message for your power to weight ratio: focus on your training, which will indirectly lead back to weight loss. If you are going to really jump on the weight loss bandwagon, focus on it during the off season so it does not negatively impact your performance. So there we have it, power to weight ratio in a nutshell. If you've got any more questions, please let me know. Make sure you hit the subscribe button over here, subscribe so that you get all of my latest upcoming videos. I've got a lot of stuff planned coming out in the next few months, so make sure you subscribe. If you want to watch some more videos, check out these videos over here and expand that mind so you can train harder, but most importantly, smarter.